I think
Also,
with everything that's going on, like Juan said, this week's been fairly volatile, especially around the spotlight on centralized exchanges. And I think what you guys see from your point of view, being operating both the CEX and the DEX, you probably see behind the scenes a lot more than your someone like me who will just interact on the front end. What do you think the biggest barriers are, and why do people keep choosing centralized solutions over something like a DEX? And are you starting to see a transition from centralized exchanges to the DEX, or is it still going a majority of the volume towards that centralized solution?
yeah, I think for obvious reason, it's user experience, right? When you're using centralized exchange, it's very similar as like Web2 application. Just register your account, and then you don't have to like manage your private key and things like that. For people who are very like sophisticated in DeFi, managing private key is not an issue, but for like normal people, it's really hard. And also like when you're working when you're using DeFi, a lot of time you have to like constantly switching blockchain network, and you a lot of people probably couldn't tell like if they're on like Ethereum or layer 2 or Phantom. It's really hard, and where your assets is, how to bridge it. It's just too complex for normal user. So most people, they just want to like create an account and deposit assets, maybe starting to trade, or just deposit assets and start to earn some yields, right? That's all they want. So yeah, so I mean, but the events in this week definitely it's kind of like a wake up call. Like people start to realize, oh, if the platform goes down, like there's nothing I can do, right? There's no way I can only see my account basically just got frozen. I think these days, like the sales of like some of the hardware wallet kind of tenfolded. So I think people start to realize that self custody is really important. I think on the DeFi side, we really need to like put more efforts on improving the user experience. I think a lot of efforts has been a lot of like developers and teams are putting efforts in this space, like in terms of cross chain bridging, also UI UX, and also yeah, I mean, there's still a long way to go. I mean, for DeFi, but people are start to realizing the importance of self custody. I think it's a trend. It's inevitable. Like as DeFi start to have better user experience, I think more and more user will just move from CeFi platform to DeFi.